Hey yogis, welcome back to class. Thank you so much for joining me again for another practice. Really happy to see that you want to practice again and that you want to practice with us, and in this case, in this video with me. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Flo, and if you keep practicing or have been practicing with us for a while, make sure you subscribe to our channel and you like the videos that you really enjoy, because it really helps us to keep going and to produce more videos like this. In the end, it's all for free for you on this channel. In today's class, we'll work on full body. We will go through a 30-minute flow. I don't really want to call it vinyasa flow, although we are connecting breath to movement, but it's going to be a pretty strong practice, so I hope you feel ready. And let's just begin on our back whenever you're good to go. Find your way onto your back. Let's come into a half savasana, and you actually put your hands underneath your hips. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. You can flex the feet, you can also point them if you want. And with the legs straight, you start to lower the legs forward and down, nice and slow. Try to keep pressing your lower back into the ground, and then you come back up. And we're going for 10 more, just like this. Nice and slow, you lower and lift. It's nice to warm up the core first thing in the practice. Sometimes I do it towards the end of class, but most of the time it's in the beginning. Just gives us more of a feeling and feedback from the body, and it just helps to keep everything nice and strong. Let's do 5 more. Keep the breath going nice and slow through the nose. Although it's going to be a challenging class, you still want to breathe nice and slow through the nose. You can always take breaks if you want to. You can always set the knees down, pause the video, just focus on the breath. I'll reach the legs back up. Very good. Now keep those hands down on the ground, the palms down on the ground next to you. With your legs straight, you will press into your elbows, into your hands, and lift your hips up, and then lower. Lift and lower. Let's go for 10 total, so 7 or so more. Nice and slow lift. Hold for a moment and then release back down. Very good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's all bend the knees, meet in boat pose. So rock forward. Keep the shins parallel to the ground. Bring the feet together. Point the toes forward. Connect your fingertips. Keep the arms straight. Now keep the spine nice and long. Rotate over to the right side. The hands are almost touching the ground. Over to the left side. Now to the same height as your knees. Over to the right. To the left. Top right. Top left. Same height as your head. Top right. Let's reverse it. Middle left, middle right, bottom left, bottom right. Let's do one more round. Bottom left, middle right, middle left, top right, top left, top right, middle left, middle right, bottom left, and bottom right. Good job. Let's come back to boat pose. We're almost done here, just a little bit more. Stay here if you want to, otherwise extend the legs forward with me, lower down for low boat. Reach your hands forward, point the toes, press that lower back into the ground, and then come back up for boat. Let's do 5 more. Lower, and lift. Lower, keep the breath nice and slow, and lift. Last 2. You want to take out all the momentum. Last 1. Hold low boat. Reach both arms up and over your head. Breathe. If you're shaking, it's all good. Keep the breath going. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to boat. Beautiful job. Cross your ankles, roll over the knees. Let's come into a tabletop. Come onto all fours. Stay on the toes. On your inhale, arch your back, look forward. Exhale, round your back, push the ground away. A couple more just like that. Really nice to stretch out the belly after all that core work. Last 2. And back to neutral. Stay on your toes. Now send the hips back. With your arms straight, move forward as far as you can so that you feel the wrists. And then send the hips back. Rock forward and back a couple more times. If you don't feel this yet, you can slide your hands closer to the knees. Otherwise, you really want to feel the weight in your fingertips every time you come forward. Just so important to warm up the hands, the wrists, especially in this class. Today we will be on our hands a lot, oftentimes even one hand only. So we're just doing the best we can, make some circles. And again, if you want to take breaks, you're more than welcome to do so. Switch directions. Very good. Now let's come into plank pose. Extend the legs back. And then come onto your forearms, forearm plank. Try to keep the forearms parallel to another. Tuck your tailbone, engage the core, push the ground away by pressing into the elbows, pressing into the forearms. Bring the feet wider apart, almost as wide as your mat. Rotate your heels over to the right side. Dip the right hip down. Back through forearm plank, over to the left. Let's do a couple more each side. Just keep it going. Keep pushing the ground away. Going right and left through center. Clean it up. Let's do 3 more each side. 2 more each side. Last one. Back to forearm plank. Tuck your tailbone, engage the core, clean it up, push the ground away. Now keep the glutes engaged, lower the hips down, let them hover above the ground. Still pushing the ground away, lift the hips back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Couple more. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Release all the way down, interlace your hands behind the back, untuck your toes. Now connect the index fingers, extend them out, and keep all the other fingers interlaced. Press your feet and your hips into the ground, lift your chest up, and reach your hands towards the heels. And lower. Let's go for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, lift up as high as you can, reach the hands more towards the heels. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We hold, lift up, press your hips into the ground, flex your butt cheeks, engage your glutes. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Beautiful job. Now put your hands underneath your shoulders, come onto your toes. Lift your knees up off the ground as well as your hips, and then you press into the palms for Chaturanga. So you actually only lift up a little bit, so you keep the elbows nice and bent at 90 degrees. Lift up and lower all the way down. Press up, Chaturanga, and lower. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now we press all the way up to plank, then to Chaturanga, then to plank, and then all the way down. And we're doing, 5, 6 or so of those. Maybe 10. I'll see how we're doing. So get ready here. Stay on the toes. Press all the way up. Plank. Push the ground away. Tuck your tailbone. Engage the core. Chaturanga. Shift forward. Bend your arms. Plank. And all the way down. Very good. 5 more. Let's do it. Press up. Chaturanga. Press up, plank. All the way down. Press up. Chaturanga. Plank. All the way down. Very good. Press up. Chaturanga. Straighten the arms. And all the way down. Last two. Press all the way up. Chaturanga, keep breathing. All the way down. All the way up. Chaturanga. Straighten the arms. Chaturanga. Very good. Now let's press one more time up to plank. Readjust here. And hold. Tuck your tailbone. Engage the core. Let's hold for 1 minute. Focus on the breath. Tuck your tailbone, engage the core. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe nice and slow through the nose. I know this stuff is really hard. I'm sweating too. Although I'm inside, indoors, no direct sunlight. This stuff is not easy. It's very challenging for the body. It requires a very strong mind to push through it. And also no ego to allow yourself to set the knees down and take breaks. But you can always find that ease in the breath. Nice and slow through the nose. Last 10 seconds. Very good. Set the knees down. Child's pose. Let the hips be heavy. Relax your forehead down to the ground. Breathe. Let's come back to downward dog. If you want to continue. Push the ground away. Keep the knees bent if you need to. It's really more about opening the shoulders up. So instead of keeping the legs straight and rounding your back like this, bend the knees, move the chest to the thighs. Way better, makes just more sense. In this pose, maybe straighten your legs more, but keep that length in the spine. Use your fingertips to grip into the ground. Breathe. Start to roll through the spine forward. Plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. Bring the feet together. Find a side plank on the left, reach your right arm up. Come onto the knife edge of both feet, stack your right foot over the left. Option to stay here or to lower the left hip down. Maybe it's almost touching the ground, and then back up. Let's do 5 more. Lift, keep that left arm straight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Look inside the left hand. Step the right foot there, nice and slow. For a low lunge. Send the hips forward. We're not here for too long. Now start to shift more forward. Come into a warrior 3. Find a good foundation with the right foot. Shift forward. Warrior 3. Hands to the heart. Reach back through the left heel, through the left leg, reach through the spine forward. At the same time, lower the left hip down. Pull the shoulder blades together and breathe. Start to bend your right leg, kind of doing a warrior 3 squat. Maybe the upper body, the belly is touching the thigh. Straighten the leg. Bend and straighten. Let's go for 3 more. 2. And 1. Very good. Rise up to standing. Extend the left leg forward. Bring your arms out to the sides. Now, feel free to skip this one if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to pistol squat down and up. Let's do 5 of those. So try to keep that left leg straight. You start to bend the standing leg. Squat down. Come back up. Lower. And lift. Last 3, almost there. Even if you're just doing 1, it's perfect. Last 2. Last 1. When you come up, really flex the right butt cheek. Step the left foot back. Left hand down, wild thing. Step the right foot up and over behind the left calf. Now your left leg is straight. And the right leg is bent. Press into your left palm. Lift your hips up high. And breathe. Now with your legs as they are, lower the hips down. Let them hover. And lift back up. Lower. And lift. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Very good. Release the right hand down. Extend the right leg through underneath the body and grab the right foot. Straighten the right leg as much as possible. Hold it there. If you want, stay here or lower the hips down. Let them hover and lift back up. Lower and lift. Last 3. I know it's hard, I'm working hard too. Last 2. Last 1. Very good. Release. Extend the right foot back. One-legged plank. Maybe awkward plank. Hold it there. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. Extend it back. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Plank pose. Clean it up. Push the ground away. Downward dog. Send the hips up and back. Beautiful job. Slow the breath down. You still got the other side to do. I know it's challenging, especially for me, talking so much through it. Just stay with me. We're all doing our best. A couple more breaths. Slow it down, slow it down. It's easy to breathe fast. Really focus on slowing that breath down, nice and slow, through the nose. Feel free to stay here and pause the video. Otherwise, let's keep going. Roll through the spine forward. Plank pose. Other side. Side plank on the right side. Reach your left arm up. Keep that right arm straight. Use your right fingertips. Grip into the ground. Lower the right hip down. And lift. Lower. And lift. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Very good. Look inside the right hand. Step the left foot there, nice and slow. Low lunge is where we meet. From here, we're shifting forward and you come up into a warrior 3. Right leg lifts, hands to the heart. Reach back through the heel, forward through the spine, shoulder blades together. Lower the right hip down. Start to bend your standing leg. The belly might touch the thigh. Straighten the leg again. And bend. Straighten. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Very good. Rise up to standing. Extend the right leg forward. Hands out to the sides. Use your hand for support if you need to. 5 pistol squats here. Down and up. I think the secret to this is really, of course, you need some strength in the thighs. 3 more. But it's a lot about your center of gravity being right above the left foot. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Step it back. Wild thing. Right hand down. Step that left foot up and over. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left. Lift your left heel up. Press into your right palm. Lower the hips down. And lift. Lower. And lift. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Very good. Left hand down. Extend that left leg underneath and through. Grab the left foot. Perhaps extend the leg. Hold, arrive, breathe. Ideally both legs are straight, the left arm is straight. Lower the left hip down and lift it up. Lower and lift. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Very good. Awkward plank. One-legged plank first, then awkward plank. Breathe. Left knee, left elbow. Extend it back. Elbow and back. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Very good. Plank pose. Beautiful job. Push the ground away. Shift forward. Lower all the way down. Beautiful job. You made it this far. I'm dripping sweat over here. I'm sure you are at home as well. My t-shirt is about to be drenched. But that's good. Keep it going. Now rest your forehead on your left kind of forearm or wrist. Keep the right leg straight. Bend your left leg. And then bring that leg over to the right side. If you can, with your right hand, grab the left foot. And relax here. Couple of breaths. And slowly release back to center. Let's switch sides. Head onto the right elbow, or forearm or wrist. Bend your right leg, bring it over. Maybe grab the foot and hold it there. Should feel a little bit of a back bend, but also a twist. 5 more breaths or so to slow everything down. It's good to have a strong practice and do stuff like this. That's kind of what I do every day in addition to my handstand training and my daily flow practice, but it's also really important to establish a meditation practice that is grounding all that strength stuff that we do with our bodies. So I encourage you to not only do this kind of work for the body, but also sit down and meditate every day and do your breathing exercises. Let's come back to center. Of course, I have a lot of videos on that too. Breath work, meditations, and there's a lot more coming out as well. Let's do cobra pose, both hands down, untuck the toes, press into your palms, lift the chest up, draw the shoulders back and down away from the ears, engage your glutes. And release everything down, very good. Sit up into hero's pose and then cross your ankles, bring the legs through. Sit the hips down and come onto your back. Let's meet in happy baby. Grab either behind the knees or grab the outside edges of your feet. Keep the lower back and the shoulders on the ground. Move the knees more towards the armpits. Close your eyes. Breathe. If you want to straighten one leg or the other, go ahead and do so. if there's any other pose or 2 or 3 poses you really want to do because they make you feel complete, then of course go ahead and do those. Three more breaths. Good job making it this far through the video. Hug your knees into the chest, give yourself a nice hug, and then extend the legs forward for savasana. The palms are facing upwards. Take all the space you want. If you want to use any pillows or so underneath your knees, go ahead, do that, grab those. Stay here for a couple of minutes. It's time to now relax. This is also a great transition and introduction to your meditation. So after this you can just sit up and sit still, breathe for 10 minutes or so before you continue with your day. Soften the breath down, soften the body. Arrive, be here. Be here now. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, for doing the work, for doing the practice, for practicing with me today. It's been my honor to guide you on the mat. I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Namaste.